Well, our chairman and commander-in-chief of SPLM, SPLA-IO, Dr. Mashate, is willing to return to Juba, but there are issues, security issues that need to be addressed first because of his security, protection of his officials, including his ministers who are currently in Juba, who have been threatened. We had an incident on Friday when our Secretary General and Minister of Energy and Dams, Dr. Diomathuk Dingwall, was tortured, beaten by personnel of the national security loyal to President Salva Kiir. These are issues that need to be addressed. In addressing them, we need a third party to be deployed in Juba to take charge of the security of Juba, so that the first Vice President can return to Juba and continue to address the other pending issues with President Salva Kiir. But without addressing these security issues, we fear for his life. We fear for the lives of his officials who have been threatened and may continue to be threatened. So we are willing to resolve these issues if the other party is serious about this, to accept deployment of a third party. This is what I want to say about the expected return to Juba of the first Vice President. The issue is the deployment of Ugandan forces in South Sudan to interfere in the internal conflict in South Sudan. This issue, we don't want it to happen. It happened in 2013 when Uganda deployed thousands of troops, and after their deployment, instead of solving the internal problem, it perpetuated, because it encouraged the forces of President Salva Kiir to continue to violate the peace agreement with the hope that Ugandan forces were going to assist them in finding a military solution. Recently, we have learned that in the last 2 days, Ugandan forces have entered into South Sudan and were moving to Juba, the national capital. We hope that they are not deploying there to repeat what they did in 2013 when they fought on the side of President Salva Kiir. We have learned that they are going there to evacuate their nationals and take them back into Uganda. If this is the case, we would welcome that. But if that's not the case and it is a pretext that they want to deploy in South Sudan under the pretext that they were coming for their nationals, this would be unbecoming. So we hope that the Ugandan forces will go back to Uganda with their nationals that they have collected from South Sudan. We don't want Uganda to interfere in the internal conflicts. If they want to contribute to the resolution of the conflict in South Sudan, this should be a political and diplomatic contribution, a positive one, to end the conflict between the two parties. We hope that Ugandan forces will go back to Uganda, and the current ceasefire, which is between President Salva Kiir and first Vice President Riek Machar, which they declared, will hold, and there will be no third party that will be perpetuating the war. We want a third party or a third force to come under a specific mandate with the aim to contain the situation, so that the transitional government of national unity gets back to work under the collective leadership. This is my appeal to the people of Uganda and the leadership of Uganda, that the leadership of the SPLM-IO is not interested in having diplomatic or any other confrontations with the government of Uganda or the army of Uganda. We believe that Uganda is our neighbor and should be contributing positively and peacefully to the welfare of South Sudan and its people. Thank you so much.